Evening, folks. True peace lies in facing life steady, not fleeing. Gibran knew this wisdom. I'm Lana with philosophical sleep stories. Under moonlight's calm glow, love, family, and loss unfold. Breathe deep. Night settles in your chest. Exhale slow. Day fades like shadows. Rest awaits. Love isn't weakness, it's power, Gibran knew. The lantern glows soft in his steady hand, a warm ember lighting the field alive with red under the moon's unwavering watch. It bends you, he says, voice low and firm, a deep echo through years you've stood against life's storms. I'm Lana, here as you feel it. Love's steadied you through decades of rush, days racing from dawn to dusk when the clock pressed hard and tasks piled high. It's a fire burning quiet beneath every trust, a strength you've carried through work's demands, through home's heavy pull when the world demanded more. Breathe slow now. Let that warmth ease your chest, grounding you here in this stillness beneath the silver sky. You've faced mornings when time slipped fast, nights when silence weighed heavy, moments when strength faltered. Love held you firm through every strain. Exhale deep, let your shoulders sink. The day's load drifting off like petals on the breeze across this endless field. Gibran stands calm, his lantern guiding soft through the dark, a steady flame cutting the night's shadow. Take this tonight, he murmurs, steady as stone. Let love lift you, not bind. Yawn now. Feel your body settle into the grass, heavy and sure, the earth a quiet cradle beneath your tired frame. You've carried much years, pushing past tired to hold what matters, keeping family close through every gale that roared across your days. Love's what you choose, not a chain, a strength forged in the fire of your life's labor. The grass sways gentle, the breeze fades to a whisper, and sleep edges near. A tender shadow reaching out soft across the field. Breathe in again, let that truth sink warm into your bones. A quiet fire steadying you here as stars gleam faint above. The moon dims soft, its light pooling gentle on the ground below, the field wrapping you like a friend, steady and warm against your skin. Gibran's voice rolls low, fading into the dark, drawing you deeper with every breath you draw. You've given time, heart, nights, standing firm when the world tested your resolve. Love's endured, a thread woven tight through years of steady care. Let it go now, a wind calming your mind, lifting you free from the weight you've borne. The flowers drift slow, their red fading to shadow, petals brushing the night's embrace as the air grows still. Sleep pulls closer, a tide as sure as the man you've become through decades of toil and care. Take a final breath, feel love settle deep, a power you've built, not borrowed. Gibran's words linger, low and sure. Love endures steady as this moon, guiding you home through the silence into slumber earned with every step you've walked. Then said Almitra, "Speak to us of love." And he raised his head and looked upon the people, and there fell a stillness upon them. And with a great voice he said, "When love beckons to you, follow him, though his ways are hard and steep. And when his wings enfold you, yield to him, though the sword hidden among his pinions may wound you. And when he speaks to you, believe in him, though his voice may shatter your dreams as the north wind lays waste the garden. For even as love crowns you, so shall he crucify you. Even as he is for your growth, so is he for your pruning. Even as he ascends to your height and caresses your tenderest branches that quiver in the sun, so shall he descend to your roots and shake them in their clinging to the earth. Like sheaves of corn he gathers you unto himself. He threshes you to make you naked, sifts you to free you from your husks, grinds you to whiteness, kneads you until you are pliant, and then he assigns you to his sacred fire, that you may become sacred bread for God's sacred feast. All these things shall love do unto you, that you may know the secrets of your heart, and in that knowledge become a fragment of life's heart. But if in your fear you seek only love's peace and pleasure, then it is better that you cover your nakedness and pass out of love's threshing floor into the seasonless world, where you shall laugh, but not all your laughter, and weep, but not all your tears. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself. But if you love and must have desires, let these be your desires: to melt and be like a running brook that sings its melody to the night, to know the pain of too much tenderness, to be wounded by your own understanding of love, and to bleed willingly and joyfully, to wake at dawn with a winged heart and give thanks for another day of loving, to rest at the noon hour and meditate love's ecstasy, to return home at eventide with gratitude, and then to sleep with a prayer for the beloved in your heart and a song of praise upon your lips. From the Prophet chapter on love, full text. I'm Lana. Here, as Jaban's words echo across this field, under the moon's steady glow, breathe slow now. Feel love's fire warm your chest, steady through years grinding at work, nights holding family close when strength wore thin. Exhale deep, let your shoulders ease. The day drifting like petals on the breeze. Yawn now, sink into the grass. Love's a strength you've forged, not a weight. The night wraps you soft, sleep pulls near, a tender tide to slumber earned through decades of care. The lantern's glow softens now, a warm ember in Gibran's steady hand, lighting the field alive with red under the moon's quiet watch. Love bends you, he says, voice low and firm, echoing through decades you've stood against life's storms. I'm Lana, here as you feel it. Love's steadied you through years balancing work and home, days racing from dawn when the clock pressed hard, nights holding family close through every gale that roared across your path. It's a fire you've kept alive, a strength burning beneath each trial. Through seasons of rush, moments of doubt, years when the weight grew heavy. Breathe slow now. Feel that warmth ease your chest, grounding you here as stars gleam faint above this endless field. You've carried love through mornings breaking early, long nights when strength wore thin. Let it lift you free tonight, not bind you down. Exhale deep, let your shoulders sink. The day drifting like petals on the breeze under twilight's hush. Gibran stands still, his voice a rock in the tide. Take this, let love rise, a root you've grown. Yawn now, sink into the grass, heavy and calm, the earth cradling you soft as the breeze fades to a whisper. Love's what endures, not a chain, but a force you've forged through decades of care. You've pushed past tired to hold what matters, family, duty, dreams, weathered by loss and time. Breathe in again, let that truth sink warm into your bones, a quiet flame steadying you through years of toil and quiet nights. Ease it out slow, let your hands rest still by your sides, no need to grip tight anymore. The night wraps you gentle, the moon dims soft, and sleep edges near, a shadow reaching tender across the field, calling you deeper. You've given much, time, heart, days standing firm when storms shook the ground beneath you. Love's a wind lifting you above the weight, a breath you've earned through seasons of steady care. Doze now, feel your body drift into the earth, grounded and sure, the flowers drifting slow, their red fading to dusk as crickets hum low in the dark. Gibran's voice fades, a steady hum pulling you down with every sigh you release, guiding you into the stillness you've earned. The field softens beneath you, lantern's light dims to a flicker, and sleep pulls closer. A tide as sure as the man you've become through years raising kids, facing trials. Take a final breath, feel love settle deep, a strength you've built, not borrowed, steady as this moon above. Ligan's words linger, low and true. Love endures, a route through every storm, guiding you home through silence into slumber, earned with every step you've walked. Family isn't fragile. It's stone, Gibran knew. The field fades slow behind us, its red flowers sinking into night's shadow, drifting like echoes of a dream left to slumber. A mountain rises firm ahead, peaks shrouded in mist that clings to the stone, a quiet veil wrapping the silence tight. The air cools, heavy with damp earth and ancient rock, pressing soft against your skin, soothing and deep. I'm Lana, guiding you up this steady climb, my voice a low thread through the fog, as Gibran stands atop a rugged stone, robe still, lantern glowing faint, a beacon cutting the haze. Climb with me, he says, tone deep and rooted like this mountain's core, calling you upward into stillness. Breathe slow now. Feel the mist sink into your chest, grounding you as the wind hums low across the slope. You've carried family through years, days racing with work's demands, nights of worry when kids stirred restless, dawns breaking too soon. Exhale deep, let your shoulders ease, the rush slipping away like pebbles tumbling down into the dark. Gibran sits calm, gazing at golden lights flickering below, a village alive with faint laughter, echoes of voices you've shaped. This is family, he murmurs, steady as stone, a truth carved through decades of care, a root you've grown through sacrifice. Yawn now, let your eyes drift heavy, the day's weight falling like leaves in the breeze. You've held tight through seasons stretching you thin, years of toil and loss that tested your resolve. Love's not just bonds, but a strength you've forged, steadying you here. Breathe in again, let that truth warm your bones, a quiet flame through nights of steady watch. Ease it out slow, hands resting still, no need to grip as the mist curls soft around us, brushing your face like a memory of home. The mountain looms tall, edges blurred in fog, Gibran's lantern lighting a path worn by time, steps of those who built before you. You've raised kids, released them to their roads. Days of doubt if you've done enough fading now. Doze now, feel the earth cradle you, flowers long gone, their whispers lost to dusk as crickets hum faint below. Gibran's voice fades, a steady hum pulling you deeper, guiding you into peace earned through years. Sleep edges closer, a tide as sure as the man you've become. Through work's grind, family's needs, moments of quiet pride, take a final breath, feel family settle deep. A force you've built, not borrowed, steady as this peak. Gibran's words linger, low and true. Family endures, a route through every storm, guiding you home through fog into slumber, earned with every step up this mountain you've climbed. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. From the Prophet chapter on children, full text. I'm Lana, here atop this mountain as Gibran's words echo through the mist. Breathe slow now, feel that truth settle deep in your chest, a quiet weight lifting slow and sure. You've guided them through years, sleepless nights, rocking infants, endless days chasing toddlers, seasons raising teens through storms of doubt and pride. Exhale deep, let your shoulders ease, the rush of those years slipping away like pebbles down the slope, lost to the night below. Yawn now, let your eyes drift heavy, the mountain wind humming low across the stone. You've been the bow, steady through work's grind, nights of worry when they stumbled, dawns of hope as they grew tall. Their paths stretch beyond your reach, arrows soaring into skies you'll never climb. Breathe in again, let that truth warm your bones. Not a burden, but a strength you've forged through sacrifice. Ease it out slow, hands resting still, no need to grip tight as the fog curls soft around us, brushing your face like echoes of their laughter. You've shaped them through years of care, moments of letting go when the house fell still. Doze now, feel the earth cradle you under this peak, the village lights flickering faint below, a golden thread of memories. Gibran's voice fades, steady as the stone. Family isn't owned, it flies free, a root you've grown through decades. The night wraps you gentle, crickets hum low, and sleep pulls near, a tide as sure as the years you've given. Take a final breath, feel their flight settle deep, a force you've launched, not held, steady as this mountain's core. Gibran's words linger, low and true. Children soar, and you stand firm, guiding them home through silence into slumber, earned with every step you've walked beside them. Family isn't yours to keep, it's yours to launch, Gibran knew. The village shines below, gold against the dark, lights flickering like stars in the valley's embrace, warming the night's chill. Gibran's lantern glows steady, a faint ember in the curling mist, his voice deep and rolling, a low thunder softened by fog, echoing through decades you've bent as the bow. I'm Lana, here as you feel it, You've carried them through years, mornings of chaos when the house rang loud, nights of doubt when sleep slipped away, raising kids through storms, building a home that stands firm. Breathe slow now, feel that burden ease, a warmth grounding you as the mountain wind hums low. You've held them sleepless nights when they were small, long days teaching them right, seasons of worry as they grew beyond your grasp. Exhale deep, let your shoulders sink, the rush drifting like pebbles down the slope. Give without chaining, let them soar and stand strong. Yawn now. Sink into the stone, heavy and calm, the mist lulling you, gentle as sleep creeps closer. A shadow stretching across the peak. Love's not a tether, but a root you've grown, a strength enduring through decades of care. You've pushed through tired work's grind, nights keeping watch, years shaping their paths with steady hands. Breathe in again, let that truth warm your bones, a quiet flame through trials and loss. Ease it out slow, hands resting still, no need to steer as the fog wraps you soft, brushing your face like their distant laughter, fading into dusk. The mountain cradles you, its strength steady beneath, village lights dimming below like memories of those years, chaos and pride, doubt and hope woven tight. Doze now, feel the earth hold you, crickets humming faint in the valley as Gibran's voice fades, guiding you deeper. Family flies free, a gift you've launched through time. You've given much, days of toil when strength wore thin, nights wondering if you'd done enough, moments letting go as they found their road. Sleep pulls near, a tide as sure as the man you've become through raising them, holding them, releasing them to soar. Take a final breath, feel family settle deep, a force you've built, not bound, steady as this peak against the wind. Gibran's words linger, low and true. Family endures, a root through every storm, not to hold, but to lift, guiding you home through silence into slumber, earned with every step you've walked, every burden you've set down, every quiet dawn you've faced with them in your heart. Loss isn't the end, it's the tide that shapes you, Gibran knew. The mountain fades slow behind us, its mist sinking into night's embrace, drifting like a memory laid to slumber. A sea rolls out ahead, vast and steady, silver waves lapping under a heavy moon, casting a shimmering glow over the water's endless stretch. The air cools, salty, pressing soft against your chest, a rhythm older than earth, soothing and deep, and Lana guiding you along this silent shore, my voice a murmur as Gibran steps onto the sand, robe swaying with the tide's breeze, lantern flickering faint, a dim beacon against the sea's pull. "Stand here," he says, tone low and sure, like waves washing time clean, calling you into this calm expanse. Breathe slow now. Feel the salt sink into your lungs, grounding you as the tide hums low. You've faced loss, years of work emptied by their absence, nights staring at ceilings after losing parents, days grasping at dreams faded like sand. Exhale deep, let your shoulders ease, burdens drifting like foam on the waves, lost to the dark. Gibran stands firm, gazing where sea meets sky, his voice steady. Loss has carved you. Yawn now, let your eyes drift heavy, the weight of those years falling as the sea's lull wraps you gentle. Loss isn't just grief, it's strength you've forged through silence. You've carried it, faces gone from the table, voices stilled, kids grown and left behind. Breathe in again, let that truth warm your bones, a quiet flame through decades of endings. Ease it out slow, hands resting still, no need to cling as the breeze brushes your face. Like their fading whispers, a dry tree leans bare, branches swaying soft, a shadow of what once stood. Parents, friends, dreams, bending under time's weight, resting now. The sea cradles you, its silver light dimming as stars fall slow, sinking into the deep, each a light lost, a memory swallowed by the tide. Doze now, feel the sand hold you, waves humming peace as Gibran's voice fades, guiding you deeper. Loss endures, a root you've grown through pain. You've given much, nights of grief when the house fell still, days wondering if you'd held them longer, moments letting go as life turned fast. Sleep pools near, a tide as sure as the man you've become through toil, love, and letting go. Take a final breath, feel loss settle deep, a force you've shaped, not fought, steady as this shore. Gibran's words linger, low and true. Loss carves, but lifts you free, guiding you home through silence into slumber, earned with every step you've walked, every tear you've shed, every dawn you've faced alone. Then Almitra spoke, saying, "We would ask now of death." And he said, "You would know the secret of death, but how shall you find it unless you seek it in the heart of life? The owl whose night-bound eyes are blind unto the day cannot unveil the mystery of light. If you would indeed behold the spirit of death, open your heart wide unto the body of life, for life and death are one. Even as the river and the sea are one, in the depth of your hopes and desires lies your silent knowledge of the beyond, and like seeds dreaming beneath the snow, your heart dreams of spring. Trust the dreams, for in them is hidden the gate to eternity. Your fear of death is but the trembling of the shepherd when he stands before the king whose hand is to be laid upon him in honor. Is the shepherd not joyful beneath his trembling that he shall wear the mark of the king? Yet is he not more mindful of his trembling. For what is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and to melt into the sun? And what is it to cease breathing but to free the breath from its restless tides, that it may rise and expand and seek God unencumbered? Only when you drink from the river of silence shall you indeed sing. And when you have reached the mountain top, then you shall begin to climb. And when the earth shall claim your limbs, then shall you truly dance. From the Prophet chapter on death. Full text. I'm Lana, here by this shore as Gibran's words ripple over the waves. Breathe slow now. Feel the salt air sink into your chest, grounding you as the tide hums low. You've known death, parents lost to time, friends faded from your days, dreams buried under years of toil when the house grew still. Exhale deep, let your shoulders ease, the weight of those endings drifting like foam on the sea, carried into the dark. Yawn now, let your eyes drift heavy, the waves lapping soft against the sand. You've stood firm, nights grieving alone, days pushing through work's grind with their voices gone, moments wondering what remains. Death's not a wall, but a gate you've brushed, each loss a step toward this quiet shore. Breathe in again, let that truth warm your bones, a silent strength through decades of goodbyes. Ease it out slow, hands resting still, no need to fight as the breeze carries their echoes away. The sea cradles you, its rhythm steady as stars sink slow into the deep. Lights lost, yet part of this vast dance. Doze now, feel the sand hold you, the tides lull, guiding you deeper as Gibran's voice fades. Death frees, a tide you'll ride one day. You've carried much, grief for kids grown far, parents you couldn't keep. Love slipped through time. Sleep pulls near, a wave as sure as the man you've become. Through lost toil and letting go, take a final breath, feel death settle gentle. A gate you faced, not feared, steady as this sea. Gibran's words linger, low and true. Death's a dance you've begun, guiding you home through silence into slumber. Earned with every tear shed, every dawn faced alone. Loss isn't a chain, it's the tide that frees you. Gibran knew. The stars flare bright, then fade soft on the waves, a quiet rain of light sinking into the sea's embrace. Each glow, a memory slipping into slumber. Gibran stands firm, lantern a faint ember against the night's pull. His voice rolling deep, Life and death are one, a low tide washing the shore, echoing through years you've faced loss. Faces gone, voices stilled, dreams faded in silence. I'm Lana, here as you feel it, grief carving you through decades, a weight you've borne alone. Breathe slow now, feel that truth settle in your chest, grounding you as the tide hums low. You've carried it nights waking to an empty house, days of work hollow without them, years wondering why they're gone. Exhale deep, let your shoulders ease, fear drifting like foam on the waves, lost to the dark. Japan's voice steadies you, pain cracks you open, a truth forged in silence. Yawn now, sink into the sand, heavy and calm, the sea's lull washing shadows from your heart. Loss builds you, through grief that broke you, strength rising from what's left. You've pushed through, steady hands shaping a life shifted by time, nights keeping watch over fading memories. Breathe in again, let that warmth grow, a quiet flame through storms of loss. Ease it out slow, hands resting still. No need to cling as the breeze carries their echoes away. The dry tree bends, branches swaying soft, a shadow of parents and friends resting in the tide's hush. The sea rocks you, its rhythm cradling you as stars sink slow, lights lost yet lifting you free. Doze now, feel the sand hold you, waves humming peace as Gibran's words fade. Loss isn't ending, it's a dance begun in silence. You've given much, days' toil held you up, nights' grief carved deep, moments letting go as they slipped beyond. The lantern dims, its glow merging with the sea's silver, guiding you deeper into this quiet tide. Sleep pulls near, a wave as sure as the man you've become, through breaking and rising, loving and losing. Take a final breath, feel loss settle gentle, a force you've shaped, steady as this shore. Gibran's words linger, low and true. Loss cracks, then lifts you, a route through every storm, guiding you home through silence into slumber, earned with every step you've walked, every tear shed, every dawn faced with their names in your heart. Evening, folks. This is Philosophical Sleep Stories with Lana. I'm Lana. Glad you've walked this night with Gibran through love's field, family's mountain, loss's shore. We've come far. Now sit a spell, let it sink in slow. Breathe slow, feel the air settle in your chest, cool and calm. Exhale easy, let your shoulders drop. The day fading like stars on the waves, soft and far. Gibran cuts deep, doesn't he? Love flows free, he said, a brook singing through your years of giving, through grind and late nights, pouring heart into spouses, kids, friends. It's bent you, scarred you, held you steady, an anchor through decades of rush and quiet joys. Tonight, let it lift you, not weigh you down. Yawn now, feel that ease creep in, warm in your bones, a strength earned from rushed mornings, tender moments holding them close. Family's your bow, Gibran whispered. Arrows you've launched through sleepless nights with small ones, days guiding them tall, years of worry as they flew beyond your reach. You've stretched thin, school runs, hard talks, letting go, but they're not yours to hold forever. Release them to soar, trust life's aim. Breathe deep, let that load lighten, steady as the tide. Doze now, arms resting still. Family's a root, not a chain, grounding you to this gentle rest. Loss is no end, Gibran promised. A door cracked open by faces gone, voices stilled, dreams slipped away. It's hollowed you, nights staring into silence, days' work felt empty, years' grief carved deep into your frame. Yet strength wakes slow from what's lost, a quiet fire you've kept burning. Exhale slow, let fear fade like foam on the sea, steady and sure. Sleep pulls near, legs sinking into the sand. Loss lifts you, a tide through storms, a whisper of peace. You've walked a long road, work that wore you, nights that tested you, love you gave when nothing was left. Gibran's wisdom holds you now. Love's a wind, not a burden. Let it ease you after decades of care. Family flies free. Release the strain, let it rise after all that bending. Loss builds you, its pain a root, steady through breaking dawns. Breathe in, feel that peace settle, warm, heavy as this night, wrapping you like a friend. The stars dim out there, rain whispering closer, a soft tide to carry you off. You've carried much, jobs, homes, hearts breaking and healing through time. Yawn deep, let your body soften. The seas hum, lulling you gentle as the night grows still. Gibran's hand steadies you, love's flow, family's flight, loss's strength, all yours to hold light as you drift. Exhale now, legs resting easy, rain falling soft to wash the years away. Sleep takes you slow, a calm earned through every step, every tear. Night, folks, rest well under this sky. Gibran's truth endures. Face life steady. I'm Lana. Love, family, loss. Guide you to rest. Rain fades soft now. Stay. Let music and rain wash you, gentle, into deeper sleep.